Hello, welcome to Daily Speaking Podcast. Welcome back, my dear English learners. I am Jack, and today I am very happy to practice English with you. In today's podcast, we are going to talk about a very useful and very real-life topic. Talk money in English, easy ways to save and budget. This lesson is for A2 to B1 English learners. So we will use simple, clear, and natural English. We will talk about money, saving, spending, budgeting, bills, daily choices, and smart habits. Money is part of daily life, so this topic can help you speak English in many real situations. Many people feel nervous when they talk about money. They think money conversations are difficult. They think they need big financial words. But in daily English, you can talk about money with simple words. You can say, I need to save money. I spent too much this week. I have to pay my bills. I am trying to budget. I want to spend less. I need to be careful with my buy. Money. These sentences are simple, but they are very useful. First, let's talk about the word budget. A budget is a plan for your money. It helps you see how much money comes in and how much money goes out. Money coming in is your income. Money going out is your expenses. Income means the money you receive. For example, your salary, your business money, or money from work. Expenses are the things you pay for. For example, rent, food, transport, phone, internet, clothes, and small daily things. You can say, my income is not very high, so I need a budget. You can say, I want to make a monthly budget. You can say, my expenses are too high this month. These are useful sentences for daily money conversations. A simple budget can start with one question. Where does my money go? This question is very important. Many people do not know where their money goes. They earn money, they spend money, and at the end of the month, they ask, where did my money go? This happens to many people. It does not mean they are bad with money. It means they need to pay more attention. The first easy way to save money is to track your spending. Track means to write down or check. You can write your spending in a notebook. You can use your phone. You can use a simple app. You can write food $5, taxi $3, coffee $2, phone card $10. When you track your spending, you can see your habits clearly. For example, you may think, I do not spend much money on coffee. But after 1 month, you check and see, oh, I spent a lot on coffee. Small spending can become big spending. One small thing every day can become a large amount in 1 month. This is why tracking is powerful. Now let's learn some useful English phrases for tracking money. I need to track my spending. I want to know where my money goes. I spent too much on food this week. I spent less than last month. I need to write down my expenses. I want to control my spending. These sentences are good for real English practice. The second easy way to save money is to know the difference between needs and wants. A need is something important. You need food, you need water, you need a place to live, you need basic clothes. You need transport to work or school. A want is something nice, but not always necessary. You may want a new phone. You may want expensive shoes. You may want restaurant food. You may want many small things. This does not mean wants are bad. We all want nice things. Life is not only about paying bills. We need enjoyment too. But if you buy every want, saving becomes difficult. So, before buying something, ask yourself, do I need this or do I just want it? This question can help you stop and think. For example, you see a nice jacket. You like it. It looks beautiful. You want to buy it. But you can ask, do I need this jacket now? Maybe the answer is no. Maybe you already have enough clothes. Then you can say, I like it, but I do not need it right now. This is a strong money sentence. It helps you make a better choice. Now let's practice sentences about needs and wants. I need to pay my rent. I need to buy food. I want a new phone, but I do not need it. I want to eat at a restaurant, but I can cook at home. I need to save money this month. These are simple and practical. The third easy way to save money is to make a shopping list. A shopping list is a list of things you need to buy. When you go to the store without a list, you may buy many extra things. You may buy snacks, drinks, clothes, or small items you did not plan to buy. But if you have a list, you can focus. You can say, I always make a shopping list before I go to the supermarket. A shopping list helps me save money. I only buy what I need. I try not to buy extra things. These are very useful sentences. Let's imagine Sophia from Italy. Sophia wants to save money. Every week, she goes to the supermarket. Before, she bought many things without thinking. She bought snacks, drinks, and extra food. At the end of the month, she felt surprised because she spent too much. Then, she started making a shopping list. She wrote bread, eggs, rice, fruit, vegetables, and milk. When she went to the store, she followed the list. After 1 month, she saved money. Her life did not change in a big way, but her habit changed. This is a good example, because saving money is often about small habits. You do not need to be perfect. You only need to improve little by little. The fourth easy way to save money is to cook at home more often. Eating outside can be fun. It can save time. It can be nice with friends. But if you eat outside every day, it can become expensive. Cooking at home is usually cheaper. It can also be healthier. You can say, I am trying to cook at home more often. Eating outside is too expensive. I bring lunch from home. I prepare food for the week. Cooking at home helps me save money. These sentences are useful for daily conversation. For example, Lucas from France works in an office. Every day, he buys lunch near work. It is easy, but it costs a lot. One day, he checks his spending and sees that lunch takes a big part of his money. He decides to bring lunch from home 3 days a week. He does not stop eating outside completely, he just reduces it. After a month, he saves money and feels proud. This is a realistic way to save. You do not need to stop everything you enjoy. You can reduce. Reduce means do less. You can reduce restaurant meals. You can reduce taxi rides. You can reduce online shopping. You can reduce small daily spending. Now, let's talk about the phrase cut down on. It means to reduce something. You can say, I need to cut down on coffee. I want to cut down on eating out. I am trying to cut down on online shopping. This is a very natural English phrase. The fifth easy way to save money is to avoid impulse buying. Impulse buying means buying something quickly without planning. You see something, you like it, and you buy it immediately. Later, you may think, why did I buy this? This happens to many people. A good rule is the 2-4-hour rule. If you want to buy something that is not urgent, wait 24 hours. If you still want it tomorrow and you can afford it, maybe you can buy it. But often, after 24 hours, the strong feeling goes away. You realize, I do not really need this. You can say, I try not to buy things immediately. I wait before buying expensive things. I use the 2-4-hour rule. I need time to think before I spend money. These sentences are very useful. Now let's talk about afford. Afford means to have enough money to buy something. You can say, I can afford it. This means I have enough money for it. You can say, I can't afford it right now. This means I do not have enough money, or it is not smart for me to buy it now. You can also say, it is too expensive for me. This is simple and clear. For example, I like this phone, but I can't afford it right now. That jacket is nice, but it is too expensive for me. I want to travel, so I need to save money first. These are natural sentences. The sixth easy way to save money is to set a savings goal. A savings goal is a reason for saving money. Maybe you want to save for a phone, maybe you want to save for a trip. Maybe you want to save for an emergency. Maybe you want to save for a course, a laptop, a business, or your family. When you have a clear goal, saving becomes easier. You can say, I am saving money for a new laptop. I am saving for an English course. I am saving for a trip. I want to build an emergency fund. My goal is to save a little every month. These sentences are very useful. An emergency fund is money you keep for unexpected problems. For example, illness, job problems, repairs, or family needs. Even a small emergency fund can help you feel safer. You can say, I want to save money for emergencies. I need an emergency fund. I want to be ready for unexpected expenses. Now let's talk about saving small amounts. Some people say, I cannot save money because my income is low. Sometimes this is true. Life can be expensive. Bills can be high. Food can cost a lot. But even when saving is hard, a small amount can still matter. Maybe you save $1, maybe $5, maybe a little every week. The amount is small, but the habit is important. You can say, I can only save a little, but that is okay. Small savings are better than no savings. I want to build the habit of saving. This is a positive way to think. Now let's talk about the word debt. Debt means money you owe to someone. For example, if you borrow money, you have debt. Debt can be stressful. Some debt may be necessary, but too much debt can create problems. You can say, I want to avoid debt. I need to pay off my debt. I do not want to borrow money for things I do not need. These sentences are useful. The phrase pay off means to finish paying money that you owe. For example, I want to pay off my debt. I paid off my loan. I am trying to pay off my credit card. This phrase is common in money conversations. Now let's talk about bills. Bills are regular payments. You may have electricity bills, water bills, phone bills, internet bills, rent, or transport costs. You can say, I need to pay my bills. My bills are high this month. I paid my phone bill. Rent is my biggest expense. These sentences are simple and practical. A good budgeting habit is to pay important bills first. When you receive money, first think about rent, food, bills, and necessary expenses. Then think about wants. This helps you avoid problems later. You can say, I pay my important bills first. I save some money before I spend. I do not spend all my money at once. Now, let's learn a useful phrase. Pay yourself first. This means when you receive money, save a part first before spending. It does not need to be a large amount. It can be small. For example, if you receive your salary, you save a little immediately. Then you use the rest for bills and spending. You can say, I try to pay myself first. When I get paid, I save a little money first. Saving first helps me control my money. This is a smart money habit. Now, let's talk about a simple budget method. You can divide your money into 3 parts: needs, wants, and savings. Needs are necessary things. Wants are enjoyable things. Savings are for the future. You do not need to follow a perfect rule. Just try to know how much you spend in each part. For example, you can say, this month I will spend money on needs first. I will reduce wants. I will save a small amount. This is simple and realistic. Now, let's create a simple budget conversation. Friend, I spent too much money this month. You, what did you spend it on? Friend, mostly food, taxis, and online shopping. You, maybe you can track your spending. Friend, yes, I need to do that. You can also make a shopping list and cook at home more often. Friend, that's a good idea. I need to save money. This conversation is easy, but very natural. Now let's practice another conversation. Friend, are you going out for dinner tonight? You, I don't think so. I'm trying to save money. Friend, oh, really? You, yes, I spent too much last week, so I want to cook at home. Friend, that makes sense. You, maybe we can meet for coffee instead. It's cheaper. This is a useful real-life conversation. It shows how to talk about saving without sounding rude. Now, let's talk about being honest with friends. Sometimes friends invite you to expensive places. You may feel embarrassed to say no, but it is okay to be honest in a polite way. You can say, I'm trying to save money this month. That place is a little expensive for me. Can we choose a cheaper place? Maybe we can do something simple. These phrases are polite and natural. You do not need to pretend you have money. You do not need to spend money to impress people. Good friends will understand. A real friend does not want you to feel stressed because of money. Now, let's talk about shopping online. Online shopping is easy. You see something, click, and buy. It feels quick, but it can also be dangerous for your budget. You may buy things you do not need. You may say, it was on sale. But even when something is on sale, you are still spending money. A sale can save money only if you truly need the item. If you do not need it, it is still spending. You can say, I do not buy something just because it is on sale. I ask myself if I really need it. A discount is not a reason to buy everything. These are smart sentences. Now, let's talk about cash and cards. Some people spend less when they use cash because they can see the money leaving. Some people spend too much with cards because it feels easy. You can say, I spend less when I use cash. I need to be careful with my card. Using a card makes spending too easy. I will set a spending limit. These sentences are useful. A spending limit means the maximum amount you allow yourself to spend. For example, this week, my food limit is $50. Or this month, my clothes limit is $20. Limits help you control money. Now let's talk about transport. Transport can be a big expense. Maybe you take taxis often. Maybe you use a car. Maybe you pay for fuel. You can save money by walking more, taking the bus, sharing rides, or planning better. Of course, safety and time are important too, but sometimes a cheaper option can help. You can say, I take the bus to save money. I walk when the distance is short. I try not to take taxis too often. Transport is one of my regular expenses. These sentences are practical. Now let's talk about daily small spending. Small spending is easy to ignore. Coffee, snacks, drinks, taxi rides, small online purchases, extra phone data, and little things from shops. One time, it seems small, but many times, it becomes big. This is called small leaks. Like water leaking from a bottle, your money slowly disappears. You can say, small expenses add up. This is a very useful phrase. It means small amounts become big over time. For example, coffee every day seems cheap, but small expenses add up. Taxi rides are small, but they add up. Snacks add up. This phrase is very natural. Now, let's talk about value. Before spending money, ask, is this worth it? Worth it means the value is good for the price. You can say, this course is expensive, but it is worth it. This shirt is not worth the price. Cooking at home is worth it because I save money. Learning English is worth my time. This phrase is very useful. Now, let's imagine Anna from Spain. Anna wants to save for a trip. She checks her spending and sees that she buys snacks every day after class. The snacks are not expensive, but they add up. She decides to buy snacks only twice a week and bring fruit from home on other days. After a month, she saves money. She does not feel unhappy because she still enjoys snacks sometimes. She just controls the habit. This is a balanced approach. Saving money does not mean never enjoying life. It means choosing wisely. Now let's talk about balance. Some people try to save too much too quickly. They stop all fun. They never go out. They never buy anything nice. After a while, they feel tired and give up. A better way is balance. Save money, but also allow small joys. You can plan for fun. For example, this month I will save money, but I will also have one simple dinner with friends. This is realistic. You can say, I want to save money, but I also need balance. I will spend carefully. I will enjoy life in a simple way. These sentences sound mature and natural. Now let's talk about making more money. Saving is important, but sometimes we also need to think about increasing income. Increase means make more. You can say, I want to increase my income. I want to learn a new skill. English can help me get better opportunities. I am learning English for my future. These sentences connect money and learning. Learning English can be a good investment. Investment means something you spend time or money on because it can help your future. You can say, learning English is an investment in my future. This is a strong sentence. It means English is not a waste of time. It can help with work, travel, communication, and confidence. Now let's talk about money stress. Money problems can make people feel worried. You can say, I feel stressed about money. I am worried about my bills. I need to manage my money better. I want to feel more in control. These sentences are honest and useful. If you feel stressed, start small. Do not try to fix everything in one day. Write your income. Write your expenses. Choose one thing to reduce. Choose one small amount to save. This gives you control. Control helps reduce stress. Now, let's make a full speaking model about money. I am trying to manage my money better. First, I want to track my spending because I need to know where my money goes. I spend money on food, transport, phone, and daily needs. Sometimes I also spend money on things I do not really need. This month, I want to make a simple budget. I will pay my bills first, save a small amount, and reduce unnecessary spending. I will cook at home more often and avoid impulse buying. I know saving money takes time, but I want to build better habits. This is a strong A2-B1 answer. It is clear and natural. Now let's make a shorter version. I want to save money this month. I will track my spending, make a shopping list, and cook at home more often. I will also try not to buy things I do not need. This is simple and useful. Now, let's make a very short version. I am trying to save money. I need to spend less and budget better. This is perfect for quick conversation. Now let's review useful money verbs: earn, spend, save, pay, buy, sell, borrow, lend, owe, cost, budget, track, reduce, afford, waste, invest. These verbs are very useful. You can say, I earn money from my job. I spend money on food. I save money every month. I pay my bills. I buy only what I need. I borrowed money from my friend. I owe money. This costs too much. I budget my money. I track my spending. I reduce my expenses. I can't afford it. I do not want to waste money. I invest in my future. Now let's review useful phrases. I'm trying to save money. I spent too much. I need to budget better. I can't afford it right now. That's too expensive for me. I'm cutting down on eating out. Small expenses add up. I need to pay my bills. I want to build an emergency fund. I'm saving for a goal. These phrases are practical. Now, let's practice a natural daily story. This month, I have decided to save money. I checked my spending and noticed that I spend too much on food outside and small things. I was surprised because each thing looked cheap, but together they became expensive. So I made a simple plan. I will cook at home more often. I will make a shopping list. I will wait before buying things online. I will also save a small amount when I get paid. I know it will not be easy, but I want to improve my money habits. This story sounds real and useful. You can practice it out loud. Now, let's talk about mistakes people make with money. One mistake is spending before planning. Another mistake is buying things to impress others. Another mistake is ignoring small expenses. Another mistake is borrowing money for things that are not important. Another mistake is not saving anything, even a small amount. These mistakes are common, but we can learn from them. You can say, I used to spend without thinking. Now, I try to plan before I spend. I used to buy things I did not need. Now I ask myself if it is necessary. I used to ignore small expenses. Now I know they add up. These sentences are excellent for speaking practice. Now let's talk about money goals in English. You can say, my goal is to save more money. My goal is to spend less on unnecessary things. My goal is to pay off my debt. My goal is to build an emergency fund. My goal is to save for a course. My goal is to learn English and get better opportunities. These sentences sound clear and mature. Now, before we finish, remember this. Talking about money in English does not need to be difficult. Start with simple words. Earn, spend, save, pay, buy, cost, budget, and afford. Then use simple sentences. I need to save money. I spent too much. I can't afford it. I am making a budget. I want to spend less. These sentences are useful in real life. Also remember, saving money is not only about having a lot of money. It is about habits. Track your spending. Know your needs and wants. Make a shopping list. Cook at home more often. Avoid impulse buying. Set a savings goal. Save small amounts. Pay important bills first. Reduce small daily expenses. Be honest with friends. Use your money with intention. Your money habits can improve step by step. Your English can also improve step by step. You do not need to be perfect today. You only need to start. Say one sentence. Learn one phrase. Make one better money choice. Small steps can create a better future. Thank you for listening to Daily Speaking Podcast. I am Jack, and I am very happy you practiced with me today. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep improving step by step. Use English to talk about real life, including money, saving, and budgeting. Your English will grow when you use it for the things that matter every day. See you in the next podcast. Now, let's practice a natural daily story. This month, I have decided to save money. I checked my spending and noticed that I spend too much on food outside and small things. I was surprised because each thing looked cheap, but together they became expensive. So I made a simple plan. I will cook at home more often. I will make a shopping list. I will wait before buying things online. I will also save a small amount when I get paid. I know it will not be easy, but I want to improve my money habits. This story sounds real and useful. You can practice it out loud. Now, let's talk about mistakes people make with money. One mistake is spending before planning. Another mistake is buying things to impress others. Another mistake is ignoring small expenses. Another mistake is borrowing money for things that are not important. Another mistake is not saving anything, even a small amount. These mistakes are common, but we can learn from them. You can say, I used to spend without thinking. Now, I try to plan before I spend. I used to buy things I did not need. Now I ask myself if it is necessary. I used to ignore small expenses. Now I know they add up. These sentences are excellent for speaking practice. Now let's talk about money goals in English. You can say, my goal is to save more money. My goal is to spend less on unnecessary things. My goal is to pay off my debt. My goal is to build an emergency fund. My goal is to save for a course. My goal is to learn English and get better opportunities. These sentences sound clear and mature. Now, before we finish, remember this. Talking about money in English does not need to be difficult. Start with simple words. Earn, spend, save, pay, buy, cost, budget, and afford. Then use simple sentences. I need to save money. I spent too much. I can't afford it. I am making a budget. I want to spend less. These sentences are useful in real life. Also remember, saving money is not only about having a lot of money. It is about habits. Track your spending. Know your needs and wants. Make a shopping list. Cook at home more often. Avoid impulse buying. Set a savings goal. Save small amounts. Pay important bills first. Reduce small daily expenses. Be honest with friends. Use your money with intention. Your money habits can improve step by step. Your English can also improve step by step. You do not need to be perfect today. You only need to start. Say one sentence. Learn one phrase. Make one better money choice. Small steps can create a better future. Thank you for listening to Daily Speaking Podcast. I am Jack, and I am very happy you practiced with me today. Keep listening, keep speaking, keep improving step by step. Use English to talk about real life, including money, saving, and budgeting. Your English will grow when you use it for the things that matter every day. See you in the next podcast.